Hi, I'm an old guy and I do maths, and today we're looking at some basic expansions. What does it mean? What do you do? What do you do when you see this? What does it equal? Well, when you see something up against a bracket like this, it tells you to multiply. And x times x, which is what we do, you can draw a line with a little arrow pointing to that. We're going to multiply that by that. That is equal to x squared, not 2x, but x squared, x times x. And given that this is up against this bracket, it means that we have to multiply everything in this bracket. So the next thing that we do is we multiply 4 by x. Now that gives us 4x. And that is this thing expanded. There's nothing more to it than that. It should be a fairly simple process. So let's get a little more daring. And what we've got here is we've got another form of quadratic. This is a quadratic. And we have two brackets. So what do we do? Well, there's no sign between these brackets, so it means that we multiply everything in this bracket by everything in this bracket. So how do we do that in a consistent way? Well, let's start here. That gives us x squared. And we'll draw another line, and that gives us 3x. And then, just to keep it neat, we'll draw our next line down here. So that is plus 2x. And this last one here is 2 times 3, which is 6. Now, you will see that everything in this bracket has been multiplied by everything in this bracket. You can check the arrows, you can follow the rhythm. And all we need to do now is tidy this up. So 3x and 2x are like expressions. They are single x's. We can't add these to this because of this. This is of a different order, but these are of the same order. They are the same expression. 2 and 3 is 5x plus 6. Okay, now I hope that's clear. Now, I'm going to get a little more daring. To finish this video, I'm going to do the following. So x plus 2 times x plus 3 times x plus 1. Now, what do I do? Well, the answer is that you work in a consistent and systematic way. Everything that I did for up here, I'm going to do for these first two expressions. And I'll just draw in the lines so that you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to take it that if you understood what went on here, you'll understand what is going on here. So I'm going to multiply these up in the same way that I did these. I chose exactly the same letters and numbers. And we're going to get x squared plus 5x plus 6. And if you don't understand how I get that from that, just scroll back a little bit and have a look at how I did this. Now, what this is it's those two multiplied together. We still have to multiply this. And so we'll put a bracket around that and we'll bring this out the front to multiply. Okay, and what I'm going to do is multiply each of these by x. So I'm going to do that here. So x times x squared is x cubed. X times 5x is 5x squared. I hope that's making sense. X times x is x squared, and 5 times that is 5x. X times 6 is 6x. Okay, so that's that. Now, I'm going to take the 1 and multiply everything here by 1. Now, I hope you realize that if I multiply an expression like this by 1, I'm going to get this expression. So I'm just going to write that in here. x squared plus 5x plus 6. And I want you to notice that I've set this up so that the x's are in the same column, the x squareds are in the same column, and x cubed is out here, and this integer is out here. So what do I do with these? Well, it's like any multiplication. I add them. And here is my answer. X cubed plus 5, and that's a 1x squared, plus 6x squared. 6 and 5 is 11, so that's plus 11x plus 6. And that is this expression fully expanded. And it's done in 2 steps. That's the key thing. You'd be very, very skilled to do this in one hit. And certainly when you're starting out expanding, it's a wise idea not only to draw in the lines, these will eventually be unnecessary, but to do things in a sequential and orderly manner. Now, one of the reasons that I chose to multiply these first was because I could see that this was very easy to work with. I'm multiplying by 1 and by x. It's incredibly easy. Multiplying by x and by 3 is a little bit harder. There's not an example of this in here, but multiplying by 2x and 2, for example, would be harder again. So it's better to take the slightly more awkward factors of this, these are all called factors, and multiply those up first, and then take the easy one and do the last multiplication with that. And that multiplication is just like ordinary multiplication. It follows the same rules. It's like having a ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands column. And what you do is you multiply through by 1 first, by one of these first, the x in this case, you get that, and then by the 1, and you get that, and you place them in the appropriate columns, and then you add them up. And that is it. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. I hope that those of you who are just getting into expansions and are slightly confused by them, I hope you got something out of this. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.